Hello again. It's one of those kind of Martin Luther King Mondays where you're just making content the whole day long. So we've got the straight line coordinates done. We're going to go ahead and work on some straight line relative coordinates. You'll notice that I just copy pasted the first bunch of lines, the first four lines into my second one, everything. And then it's not until the fifth line, one, two, three, four, the fifth line, that I switch to relative. And this is just a simple way to get to your hover spot, switch to relative, let's go. So right now I'm above my plunge point and I'm a ½ inch above and I want to go 1/8 of an inch deep. So that's easy with relative. You go Z, this is where you start using negatives, Z negative 0.6125, right? Is that right? No, 0.625. 0.625. That's going to get me 1/8 of an inch down into the material. Did we do 1/8 of an inch in the last one? No, we did. Okay, so we did a whole 1/4 of an inch down in. So we'll go negative 0.75. All right, so now we're down in the material. So my N30 line is just going to be to drive to the next point. And I told you I made the sheet and then I did the math with the calculator. So over here, I've got the differences all figured out. And so to go from this point, wait, got my hands all backwards, from this point to, yeah, it's one of those things where your camera's switched around, like, whatever. I'm going to go to point B, and that is negative 625 on the X. So negative point, so we'll say X, negative 0.625. Okay, so my Y doesn't change. I'm just going negative on the X, a little bit more than a ½ inch. N35, I'm going to go positive Y. So my Y is 1.375, but my X stays the same. I'm going to put a little tab here just for clarity. And let's go N40. Y is going to stay the same, and I'm going to finish off the top of my T. So that's, guess what? X 0.625. So I'm just going back to the same spot over where I plunged, only a little bit more than 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/8 above where I was before. Now we got to get out of the material. So N45 is going to be Z 0.75. So it's kind of like the reverse of going down and in. And we got to come out. And then we got to make our move to the B. So the top of the B, point, I'm going to go all the way well, I'm out of the material. I want to go to E, so I'm just going to go 1/4 of an inch over. That's X 0.5. Drive. Where did we say we're going to go to? All the way down? Okay. All the way down to the F. Point F by negative 1.375. And guess what? That matches the one from before, so I know that my C and B are going to be the same heights. And 60, we're going to drive over to point G. So that is X 0.625. Correct? Yes. And 65. I'm going to go straight up to point H, and that is 5.375. So you're just adding and subtracting from wherever you are to get to the next one. N70's got the two different variables, so my X is going to be plus 0.255, and my Y is going to be my X was negative 0.255, so let's just throw in a minus sign there. My Y is positive 0.25. Okay, so you're going to have to go through and find the differences for all your coordinates and then drive around with the plus minus. After you get it done the first time, take it over to NC Viewer and check it out, see if it works, see where you went wrong, debug the program, and come back and do it again. Okay?